host, Omega, here as always, Truth there, and we're talking the fights coming up this week. Okay, the big fight for this week is Evander Holyfield versus Brock-Klitschko, Oquendo, however you want to say it. Holyfield will win. That's who I'm picking. That's who I'm sure you're picking.
Of course, I'm
Freddie Roach wasting his time with Big O for some reason, and that's what it's going to be. Just a Big O, a big letdown.
Yeah, this is on pay-per-view. Still can't figure that one out.
No.
But anyway, Holyfield, I expect him to have a good performance against Oquendo. Oquendo does have somewhat of a difficult style.
Is this on a Friday or a
Friday,
Saturday?
November 10th.
That's right.
Yeah.
So remember, it's
Yeah,
Friday, not
Friday
Saturday.
night. And Fox Sports is doing the pay-per-view, so that tells you again it shouldn't be on pay-per-view.
Exactly.
But anyway, Holyfield, I'm looking for about a 9th round TKO in that one also. Hopefully stops him late. I could see a decision as well, of course. Oquendo is difficult to look good against most of the time, but hopefully Holyfield keeps his comeback going. So.
I'd say for 9th round knockout also.
Yeah.
That's what I'm going with, 8 or 9. And yeah, I just think he'll come in. He looked good in his last fight.
Absolutely.
And
Best he's looked in a very long time.
Oquendo hasn't really impressed me lately, so I'm just going to go with Holyfield for sure to get the win. And also fighting
On that
next
card.
week.
On that undercard we have Jose Navarro, and he's
Should be shown.
yeah, it is going to be shown. That's going to be shown on the pay-per-view, and that's a good fight. This card needs all the help it can get.
He should win. He's fighting a nobody,
So good
should
performance. And it was going to be Julio Cesar Garcia, the 19-year-old with
he kind of
38
disappeared.
wins.
We don't know what happened.
Don't know why. They gave no explanation. So
They might have wanted him on a bigger thing
yeah.
than this.
So we'll just have to see. So that's that card for you, and check that out. So.
Also, Vicente Escobedo fighting next week sometime.
Friday on Telefutura, that same night as the Holyfield fight. So check that out too. Fighting a no-name should get a good knockout.
Absolutely, set your VCR up or however you have to
Or
do
TiVo.
that. That's right.
Yeah.
People have the TiVo now, or the DVD recorder. Those work well. Also, if you get Philips, send us a free one, damn it.
Yeah.
Also, we have John Jackson, who you may have remembered.
He was on ESPN Friday Night Fights, got a 2nd round knockout, I believe.
Looked impressive,
Very
looked like
impressive.
someone that could
Yeah.
be something someday.
From Detroit, or from Michigan. Don't know exactly where in Michigan he was from, but
And he was fighting out of Florida or something, I
yeah,
think.
from a good fighting town, definitely. And fighting Armando Cordova.
This guy has given people problems. He's an awkward fighter, apparently, or at least he gives guys problems. He's lost to them, but he's given them problems.
On decision
He
with a lot of
had a
them.
draw with that terrible Tehran.
Jorge Tehran had a draw with him. Tehran did beat him in the rematch, but he did need twice to do it. Never saw the
I
first
will
fight,
have to
though,
see
so
Tehran in
Yeah.
with other opponents.
you definitely do.
Because he looked horrible against them.
But also, I think Anthony Peterson took him 6-round decision.
I'm
So
going to pick John Jackson to knock him out.
hopefully this guy can finally get
And this
knocked
is
out.
probably a 6th round or maybe an 8th round.
Actually, Shimon Alvarez, who's also fighting on the Kendall Holt card, he did knock Cordova out, I believe.
Litzau knocked him out too.
Okay, yeah, no, I think that's, okay, strike that completely. That's not true. He didn't knock him out. He knocked out that Martez Logan fag, the
Okay.
one that Augustus fought, so strike that completely.
Okay.
I was thinking of Journeyman.
And also, Cordova, just good fighter, so this should make for an interesting match. John Jackson,
Good
7-0,
step up
7
for-
knockouts. I think he's going to go 8-0, 8
Hopefully.
knockouts.
Good step up for Jackson. So.
And the supposed big fight of the weekend, Vladimir Klitschko fighting Calvin Brock. Calvin Brock is who I'm picking and hoping wins. I'm not extremely confident because anytime I am against Vladimir Klitschko, somehow it goes wrong.
Well, in this case, I'm going with Brock, and he's got the power to knock him out at any time because we all know
Brock
Klitschko's
just
chin.
needs to be aggressive
Yeah.
in this fight.
I think
That's the only thing that kind of worries me. He hasn't shown great aggression.
And I think he will be tentative through about maybe the first 3 or 4 rounds, actually. But then I
As
think
long as he gets inside and doesn't just stand there eating shots,
he can't let Klitschko keep him outside with his jab. And if he can just work inside, he can do it. He can knock him out. I'm picking a knockout, definitely.
Picking Calvin Brock to do that, to overcome.
Hopefully, please do it.
Please, we need something
Yes,
to
absolutely.
kind of bring in the new year or whatever for the heavyweight division there. That would be great. Spectacular. I hope he does it.
So,
And also on the undercard, Kevin Kelley versus
Manuel Medina.
Manuel Medina in a
Very downside of his career now.
both.
Yeah, but obviously Medina has gone a lot more down than Kelley, and Kelley should knock him out.
Should at least easily beat him if he somehow doesn't knock him out.
Yeah, should knock him out, really. I'm gonna stick with that.
Needs to. And also, like, the Monday after that, I believe it's the Monday after that, in Japan, Hasegawa and Oquendo will be fighting.
Separate fights. And
Off TV, yes, separate fights, not even the same weight class or anything.
Yeah.
But Hasegawa is actually fighting someone good. Can't even think of the opponent right now.
Must not be too good then.
He's not great, but he's a good opponent, and his Gennaro Garcia,
Okay.
decent opponent, and Oquendo fighting Lorenzo Trejo, but not the one you're thinking of, as we mentioned at another time.
Yep. So 2 good fighters fighting then. Hopefully they both win. They should win. So unfortunately we won't see them. So send us a link.
Please, if someone gets those.
Somebody in Japan probably will, because they've
Or
probably
someone
shown there.
overseas, and we have gotten some emails from overseas, Japan, other countries, so check
Keep
that
them
out.
coming. Yeah.
Absolutely. Thanks for watching, boxingforreal@gmail.com. See you.